Welcome to Almost Here, Round the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Future technologies poised to transform our lives for better or worse are the focus of this podcast. Almost here means these technologies are now here and starting to be used, or just around the corner, from Bitcoin to artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Future Tech Podcast. I'm your host, Juliette Lamar, and joining us today are three of the people who are high-level workers at Geon Network. We have Robert Redrick, he is the CEO. We have Alexander Dempsey, who is the COO, and Maciej Rumaneski, who is the CPO. And I'm sorry I screwed up his name. I just know it. Well, welcome, gentlemen, to the podcast.
Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for the introduction.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
So we're so excited to learn more about Geon. So go ahead, one of you, please explain to our listeners what exactly Geon is.
So, hi, thank you. This is Rob. Geon Network is a service that allows you to create virtual objects called Geons, located anywhere in the world. You can deposit funds, which are called Geon coins, in those Geons, which can be withdrawn by anyone who is nearby. In order to withdraw, user can or should complete the task defined by Geon creator. So Geon Network combines Pokemon Go with Foursquare on cryptocurrency, I would say.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So
it may be
it's like a game.
Maciej here. Yeah, maybe I will use some kind of example. Like imagine you see someone in need or you want to contribute to the initiative you support. Let's say set up a Geon in a place around the people you would like to impact. In return, you got the priceless feeling that you do something meaningful. So let's say, imagine that Geon can be a bottle. This bottle can be placed anywhere in the world. You can fill this bottle with Geon coins, and anyone nearby this Geon, can withdraw those money in the place you put it, anywhere in the world.
Oh, okay. It's like Pokemon Go meets geocaching meets augmented reality in a bunch of different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can say a very one cool use case. So, for example, you have a lovely wife sitting in your home, and you would like to create augmented reality flowers in a house with a love letter inside. And when your wife has the app, she can see those beautiful flowers. She will receive cryptocurrency and get the love note. So.
Oh, very cool. And so that's a great use case for personal use. And tell us a little bit about maybe some social engagement or marketing, advertising, events, things like that.
Okay, so let's imagine you are the restaurant owner. You can use Geon app to create a Geon, deposit some Geon coins in it, and define withdrawal criteria. And let's say that there is another person looking for something to eat. He look at the app and check the restaurant with Geon inside. So he comes to your place, order, for example, pizza, and geomine during the process. So you can use Geon to attract customers to your place, if you have, for example, the restaurant, right? So instead of paying advertisement agency, you're paying directly to your users. You have control over your budget, you have control under your expenses, and you know exactly how many people your Geon brings to your place.
Very cool.
So this is like for marketing use case. You mentioned also a case social engagement, right? So Geon can be attached to the mobile phone. So it can follow the owner of the Geon. So let's say you want to, organize a parade or manifestation, for example. You can set up Geon attached to your phone, so the crowd can follow you, and the crowd can gather around you. You can even create like flash mob using Geons, right?
Very exciting. And so I love. There's
for
also
us,
you mentioned briefly the charity aspect as well.
This is one of our favorite charity because with Geon, individuals or legal entities can set up Geons anywhere in the world to help, let's say, for example, natural disaster victims or people in war zone. Like we cut the middleman. The people can get help instantly. let's say you put the Geon. Lately, there was like disaster in some time ago in Thailand. Let's say you are sitting in USA, you can put the Geon in Thailand, so people can get the help immediately without middlemen, so they can receive those funds that are like inside the Geon straight out of it.
And so for charity or disaster relief, would you advertise, that there are funds and resources available on Genome at specific locations, and then the people who need those funds would then go to that location and be able to access them?
Yeah, exactly.
This is Alexander. Actually, the people in the location of help already are there. So we are not only cutting the middleman, but you can bring the value and the support to those people that are already in that place, being in this geographical location. So they don't need to go usually anywhere far. They are already there, and they can receive help instantly instead of receiving help in traditional way through the charities, which only put some kind of percentage for the help, and it takes time and it goes in different ways, in different kinds of help. People in around Geon in this need area can get it instantly without it.
Yeah, Maciej, again here, I just want to add one thing. Like we like the sentence, "Be the change you wish to see," which means that if you want like support animal shelter, you can put the Geon like in front of the building and encourage other people to put funds in the Geon. So this animal shelter can benefit of it.
And how would you get started? Do you have to go out and find some Geon coins to then place them in a location, or can you buy in first and then start mining from there? How does that work?
Okay, so Maciej here. So the first step is you need to download Geon App. Currently, we are on MVP stage of development. So for now, you are not. The download is not ready. The app is not ready for download, but it will be soon. So the first, like, what you need is having a Geon app installed on your mobile phone. It can be iOS and Android, because we're preparing this application for both platforms. So if you want to like create Geon, first you need to add funds to your wallet. You can top up your wallet with fiat money, so regular money, or cryptocurrency, which is Geon token.
Are you having the token sale currently?
Yes. So we are the private round at the moment, and sooner or later we'll be in the public round.
And since working in this space, you guys can give us a little bit of background of what really brought you all here to be a part of Genome and what you've learned through the process.
Okay, so I will tell that we started like in 2013. We've established NetSprig Foundation, and we've been researching blockchain projects and what we can do with the blockchain, and we realized that it's huge potential for humanity, and that this technology can in fact change the world. So together with Alek and Maciek and me, last year, we realized that we wanted to create something meaningful, something that can influence lives of people. And Geon is such a product. Just imagine that you would have a power to gather people in one location, just like just by the tap. So it's beautiful.
And for the rest of you, what really keeps you motivated in this particular industry and doing this particular tokenizing and gamification of these resources?
So we believe in the project. Yeah, we believe that Geon Network can like every startup says that they are like revolutionizing something. Yeah, that's like the common, but we really believe that we can be the change, that we can be the game changer for many things like cryptocurrency adoption, for value distribution around the world. So we as like founders and whole our team, we are strongly believe in the project, and that keeps us motivated day by day. And we also get like very positive feedback from the industry, from our partners, investors. that and the contributors. So that give us motivation and strength.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so you said that this is coming soon. So you're doing the token sale right now. When are you projecting that people will start to be able to use Geon Network?
This is Alexander. I actually can answer this question as I'm partially also responsible for the software development and overseeing it, as I've got a major background in IT also. So the alpha version is coming along within something around a month. It's going to be alpha version without the actual token economy. It's going to be based on Ethereum test network. So people we're going to see how it looks, how it works. It's going to be open for all to check out, to download. But the actual app with token economy, where you will be able to get the Geon coins from Geon mining and pay it out, for example, for fiat or for other cryptocurrencies, will be available somewhere around March or April next year. So not that far away. We are pretty advanced with the development. We are pretty advanced with development. We started early, and we've got wonderful team, experienced engineers, experienced with large-scale solutions. So it's not that difficult working with them. It's kind of pleasure and very nice for us.
That's fantastic. And we touched on this briefly, but let's go over a few more of the features that are available within your app. You know, we talked about a little bit the augmented reality and the geo mining of going to your favorite locations and then being able to collect the coins. You know, as far as you know, wallets, exchanging, transferring of funds, security. What kind of features do you have for those things?
Okay, so Mikey here. So let's go through the features of our app. So one of the most important is in-app fund transfer, which means that inside the Geon app, there will be like two currencies. One is Geon coins, which is tethered to dollar, and this is only inside app currency, cryptocurrency. And there's a Geon token, which is like listed on exchange, and people can exchange Geon coins to Geon token, and the Geon coins also can be exchanged to fiat money. So this is also those funds can be transferred within the app among users. The important feature is geomining. Geomining is a term that we created, and this is our trademark also. This is the process of withdrawing Geon coins from Geon. So this is the process. This process can be like set up by Geon Creator. Geomining can have a different amount of time. So let's say Geon Creator can set that in order to get one coin, you need to be at least 10 minutes in a specific place. And those requirements can be very, very different. It depends on application. Sometimes you will need to provide a password or QR code in order to start geomining. In some other cases, there needs to be like a survey to fill out in order to start this process. So as you like mentioned, there's also augmented reality, which means that you can see like 3D object inside your phone camera. And this object called Geon can be customized and personalized. Let's say brands can adjust Geon 3D objects to their visual and brand identity to represent their identity. So users like ordinary users and regular users can also customize this Geon, like colors, backgrounds, and all this stuff. Like very important also like feature we have is security, because one of the biggest problems with apps based on geolocation is geospoofing, which means like faking your geolocation. So we have like many advanced security options how to prevent these kinds of scams. Maybe Alec will elaborate on that.
Yes, so in general, this, as Maciej briefly explained, this is something that other apps struggle with. Spoofing of geolocation is, and especially was a problematic for the Pokemon Go creators. But we've got over 18 different solutions combined for it. We are implementing them slowly, but they're going to be ready for the final app release. So security will be our strong and important part, and we are very, very focused about it.
Those are all fantastic things. So if our listeners want to follow your journey and to get involved, potentially buy some tokens when they become public, what is the best way to connect?
So you can learn more about Geon on our website, our Telegram channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, so Instagram as well, I think. The best also way would be to connect us. We are really friendly people. We like to talk with wonderful guys, and so yeah, just send us an email.
Yeah, we love to hear about we love to hear about different use cases, because a lot of people we are talking with, when they get the idea of Geon, because it's fairly not the easiest idea to get, but once they get it, they're like, oh, okay, I can use it to do this, or I can use it to do that. For example, a factory owner once said that he wants his employees to be on time, and he can set up Geon working between 8 and 8:05 a.m. and only people on time will be able to geomine it. Therefore, only people on time in the work will be able to receive some kind of small bonus through it. So we love to hear such kind of use cases. Yeah, exactly. And there's more people we met, more use cases we have.
No, absolutely. That's how you learn. That's how really good changes are made that people will use. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I've got a question to you. How you would use Geon? This is important.
How would I? I think that I would try to use it the charity for sure. I think that's really a great way to feel proactive if there's something going on in the world that you want to help with directly. And I really like the loyalty aspect. You know, if you're going to a place frequently and you want to encourage others to go there or to collect coins whenever you go there, I would probably use the loyalty app as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, with charity aspect, you having a bigger reach. For example, imagine a situation that you create the Geon in the place of need, and you put only $10, let's say, and you with a huge range, huge social range, you can put this Geon, share this Geon on Facebook, on Telegram, or any other group, and people can contribute towards this Geon, to this Geon. So in other words, it can go viral. So yeah, exactly.
And that would generate so much more change. It's amazing.
Yeah, I just want to add that so you can create your Geon, your charity Geon, and also share on your social media. And the more influence you have on your social media, the more people can be attracted to this action.
Perfect. Well, I'm so excited about this wonderful new platform that you've created, and looking forward to where it's going to go and how it's going to shape our world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. Yes. No, you guys have been fantastic. So Robert, Alexander, and Moshe, thank you so much for joining us here today on Future Tech Podcast. And hopefully we'll have you on again to see how it really evolved and changed in the next few months.
We can set up a call in the next 6 months from now.
Perfect. We'd love to have you back on.
Awesome.
We'll be also on this draft conference in San Francisco if someone wants to meet us.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So tell us when that is.
It is 5th of September.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, very cool. So if any of our listeners are in the San Francisco area going to that conference, they'll be able to meet up with you. That is great.
Yeah. We'll be in a startup alley. Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us. Listeners, this has been Juliette Lamar with Future Tech Podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
You have been listening to Almost Here, Around the Corner Future Technology Podcast with Richard Jacobs. Subscribe to this podcast, both to review, to discover more future technologies that are poised to transform our lives for better or worse, such as Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.